One thing that I have learned is that sometimes God will bring you to your lowest, low valley point just to show you how your life is truly a miracle. Because recently I had an experience where I was at the lowest. I didn't even know that there was a lowness of this level. I didn't even know you could be this low, okay? I had no idea until it was that day. But ultimately, what I know from being in low spaces is that tomorrow does exist. There, like, this too shall pass. So when you find yourself in a really low point, first off, you need to think, okay, how did I get here? Number one. Because that way, whatever it was that happened, you make sure that it never, ever happens again. That you are never in such a state that something, whatever it is in your life, you make sure that you can never be in that situation again. You fortify your mental abilities. You change the way you pray. You pray, and you change the way you carry yourself. You change who you're around. You reanalyze, because when you are fallen to the point where you feel like you can't get back up again, that's when you go right to God. That's when you go within yourself and you reanalyze, well, who was there with me when I was down and out? Who was spitting and kicking me when I was down? Who was trying to lend a helping hand and try to bring me back? Because there will be people who will try to take advantage of a sensitive time. And there also are people who see that you're down and will try to help you. You got to remember those people. And also remember who you are, because sometimes when we're spiraling and stuff just is going left and right and wrong and just all type of stuff, you can start to feel like, well, what do I do? I'm lost. I don't know. And it's just, slow down. Slow down. Nature is slow. It takes, even bamboo, like you don't put a little bamboo in the ground and then the next day it's 6 feet tall. It might take a couple of days. It might grow real fast. Granted, I don't know if that's true about bamboo or not. I'm just saying. But every single thing takes time. You don't put one potato in the ground and then the next day there's a huge potato plant. Potatoes grow faster than apple trees, but they still take time. So you got to also understand, what type of fruit are you? What bearing are you bringing? Are you someone that things always happen fast for, but do they always work out? And what I'm learning is that sometimes when things come fast, it might not always be God moving you that fast, because when you're moving fast, you can't read everything that's going on. You might not be fully aware of who's around you. When suddenly new people are coming around you, suddenly everybody wants to know who you are, wants to do stuff with you, because that's how I got caught up, okay? There were so many new energies around me, so many new people, and people that just, quite frankly, did not have my best interests at heart. And people that I thought would have my back were the ones poisoning me, and doing too much. So it's also important, when you feel like, okay, something's wrong here, believe that. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time, because people will really show you, like some beings in this situation that I'm specifically speaking on, they would describe how much they disliked a certain type of person, and they would be describing me. They would be describing me. And some of these people were my family members. And they would be talking about how much this type of person, oh, they don't like this. This person is just this. And I don't like when people do this and this and that. And they're literally describing me. You have to be able to acknowledge and swallow the fact that some people just don't like you. Not because you did anything to them, not because whatever reason, but those people do not have your best interest at heart. Nobody that authentically cares about you would describe you to you as a person that they don't like. Only someone that is insecure, only someone that despises you and despises themselves would do something so vile. Okay, you have to understand that. And sometimes, especially when it's people that we love, when it's people that are supposed to protect us, when it's family members, you want to believe, and my mom and I were just talking about this, that you can project your own thoughts and feelings onto them, because you would never do that. You would never feel so visceral and so much hatred for someone that you claim to love. You would never do that. But that's you, boo-boo. That's not them. You're not in these person's experience. You're not them. You don't know what they're really thinking. But if they have the nerve to come at your confidence in such a conniving, sneaky way, they don't mean you good. And just because you wouldn't do that to someone doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it to you. The same way you get annoyed and angry at other people for projecting their depravities onto you is the same way that you are projecting your loyalty and authenticity onto them. If someone consistently comes to you to gossip about other people that they're always around, they are gossiping about you to other people too. That nothing makes you special. People that hate themselves will hate you too. If you notice that someone is always in drama, they're always bringing stuff up, and they're always the victim, they're going to do that to you. Anything that someone does to themselves, they're going to do amplified to you. And if they see that you are fine, like you just want to be around them, you just want to wish the best for them, they will take advantage of that. They will see it as a weakness. So even though it's challenging and it's something that you might not want to do, you have to remove those kinds of people from your environment. You have to remove those kinds of people from your energy, from your mind, from your space, from where you are, because those kinds of people are dangerous. They will do anything in their power to bring you down, to humble you, to manipulate you, to insult you, to make you feel low about yourself. Those kinds of people are dangerous. You do not want to associate with them, because all they will do is try to bring you down and rise themselves up, because the more they can take you off your game, the more they can make you feel bad, the better they feel about themselves, and the more justified that they feel, like, I got him, yeah, look at me, because when the mouse can scare the lion and make the lion feel less than, then that mouse becomes a big mouse, because these people are cowards. They're weak and they're cowards. So they can say, yeah, go back to their little mouse friends. Yeah, this lion's afraid of me. This lion's afraid of me. But then all of a sudden, when you want to play in the sandbox and you get like rowdy back with them, all of a sudden they was just joking. You wasn't joking, but now you realize what time it is, and all of a sudden it's not fun anymore. Because I noticed, like, when I decide to come back at them and give them a piece of their mind, then all of a sudden I'm being mean. But you know what? That's what they want too. They just want to energy exchange with you. They don't care if it's from you being sad. They don't care if it's from you being angry. They don't care what energy it is. They just want the privilege to exchange energy with you. And in fact, they're not even just exchanging energy. They are taking your energy and leaving you with nonsense, toxicness, and curses. Because anyone that says those things to you, anyone that knocks at your confidence, is cursing you. And they might be doing it on purpose. They might be a dang on devil worshiper. For real. Because you really don't know who you're dealing with sometimes. But people also don't know who they dealing with. That's why it's important to separate yourself, though, because you might be dealing with somebody that hates your guts and is cursing you, and all they want to do is exchange energy with you because you make them feel good. It makes them feel good to know that they hurt you. It makes them feel good to know that you're sad, to think, oh, I know that their day is ruined, or they're not going to make that video today. They're not going to make that progress today because I distracted them. Watch that video that I recorded about knowing the difference between God testing you and demon trying to take you off your path. Learn that, okay? Because they might be so excited at the fact that because I irritated this person, or because I knocked this person at their confidence, they're not going to reach that level. They're not going to produce. They're not going to be productive. Instead, they might be sitting up in that room crying, feeling bad about themselves because of what I said to them, because I'm a coward butt crack. and I feel so low and horrible about myself. And I might also be tied to them in a spiritual way so that if they don't rise up, I rise up. The lower that they become, the higher I become. You really don't know what people are up to. So you have to make sure that when someone is consistently trying to come at your confidence, that you cut them off. Because you getting angry, you getting upset, you getting sad, you getting any extreme emotion will feed them and they'll come back for more. The only way you can beat those people out is to ignore them mentally, physically, and emotionally. Cut yourself off. If you cannot move away from them, do your absolute best to put some type of field in between you guys so that there is no energy exchange. Be numb to it. Act like you don't care. Even if somewhere inside you do care, eventually it will wear off and dissipate. But as soon as you can physically cut them off, do it. Because any reaction that they get from you, they enjoy it. They revel in it, and it makes them feel good. And you are nobody's source of energy, and you are nobody's source of entertainment. Okay? This is not okay? This is not a reality show. This is your life. This is your energy. This is your life force, and you need to protect it because there are beings out here who will have better experiences just because of the fact that you are struggling. Protect your peace by any means necessary.